I'm Borly Borelstein, and I loved Longlegs. And from what I see online, apparently that is a controversial opinion because at least more than half of the Google review ratings for this film are 1 star. And that shocks me. That can only be explained by a divergence of expectation. And that's what I see as a common theme in the 1 star reviews is that people are like, wow, I saw the trailer and I thought the trailer made the movie look so good. And then I watched the movie and I was like, wow, the movie was not what I thought the trailer made it out to be. But the problem is the trailer is very minimal on information. So any idea or expectation that was created from the trailer really comes from the mind of the viewer. And if you are so stupid to invent expectations where none were present, the problem with the film is not in the film, it is in you. You are fundamentally fucking stupid. You need to bring in line your expectations with reality. Because the moment you start inventing things, your expectations for what will be will not be. Because that's your own personal fucking fantasy you've created. Anyway, so what makes Longlegs a good movie? So, going down the list, I want to stand out here because this movie has some of the greatest attention to detail when it comes to sound design, when it comes to how the characters breathe, when how the characters talk, just the emphasis. It is emphatic. It is incredible. This movie, sound design is what I'm thinking of anything sound design should have been. The sound design that I'm thinking of anything. People will masturbate over YouTube videos about, oh my god, the reason that there's an annoying noise when they're driving in the car is because he has tinnitus. Isn't that so deep and cool? Fuck you. Fuck you. You're stupid. You're dumb. If you're gonna masturbate over Charlie Kaufman and you refuse to respect Osgood Perkins, you're the problem with fucking movie viewers today. You are fucking stupid and I hate you. You do not deserve an opinion and you do not deserve respect. You are down here. You know, I'm gonna say some barley things, but I'm not going to. So, the sound design, 10 out of 10. It creeps in. There's such an attention to detail in the sound design and how the characters talk. In the performances given, you can tell when they're doing, all this ADR work, when they're matching their lips to the characters on the screen, you can tell that the director or whoever's fucking guiding them in doing this ADR work, that they are given such specific guidance on where to stand by the mic to make it sound different. Characters have different closenesses, different orientations to the mic to give different performances, and it shows in the movie. And if you didn't pick up on that, that's fine. But if you're like stupid and you're like, I just sound design, I didn't hear anything because I'm stupid. Okay, well then you're just dumb. You're too dumb for the movie. I'm sorry. Go watch Marvels or something, whatever. So yeah, sound design, 10 out of 10, amazing. But we have to talk about the visual design. So this movie will very consistently have kind of like visual, you don't get scared until you see it kind of moments. And one of them is where the FBI agent's like solving a cipher and you see behind her, this movie does what Invisible Man tried to do. I hated Invisible Man. That movie was so fucking like lame and obvious and boring and just, it's like 2.5 hours of like fucking nothing happening. I hated that movie so much. But what I'm getting at is that in this movie, there are shots where you see an open area that stands as a threat to a character. And we see it, but the character doesn't see it. And you have to kind of think like, oh, why is the character like positioning themselves like this? And like, why am I thinking like this? I'm thinking like this because I'm watching this and I'm thinking about this movie as a horror movie. I'm thinking about how it's frightening when you see an open space that's dimly lit or unlit behind a character, and what threat that presents, because I can see it and the character can't, because the character's back is to that area. So FBI agent, she's like working on the cipher thingy, and then we can see behind her, over her right shoulder, left side of the screen, that there's an open like kitchen area. And then, oh no, on one of the shots, there's like, it gets all dark. The screen gets dark inside from the corners. Here, I'm showing you from the corners of the fucking webcam right here. It comes in, and it gets all dark, and you see a big silhouetted figure, and you see the silhouetted figure like all throughout the movie. And that's spoilers, but that's the devil. And he's coming in the house, and it's terrifying. And sometimes you see it really obviously, sometimes you don't see it so obviously. Sometimes it's like there for like a second, and you gotta like fucking rewind the movie to like see it. But ooh, it's there, and it's great. I love it. Every time it happens, it's great. And also there's like a really interesting kind of like visual reinforcement that isn't like beating your head in. Like, it's not like The Substance. Like, The Substance is a movie that you can fall asleep for like an hour and a half and wake up and you miss nothing, because it's just constantly telling you the same message over and over and over and over and over and over again until you die. And that's basically it. But this movie, it's like, oh, like there's this little stuff that all matches together. So one of the biggest complaints I could imagine somebody having with the plot, and the one that I had right away, was like how this FBI agent gets brought onto this case. She seems to have like fucking like paranormal abilities to like predict the future, because she says, oh, let's go into this house to look for the killer, and then her FBI agent partner walks over there, knocks on the door, and gets shot and killed because the killer's in there. That's the first thing that happens in the movie. And then she gets assigned to this Longlegs case, and she solves the cipher that nobody else has been able to solve, and she solves it in like, you know, a night. And it's like, okay, she just comes out, she's just plucked out of obscurity, this new FBI person, and she solves this cipher. Now, sure, yeah, you know, fresh eyes on a puzzle can, you know, help figure out some things, but she doesn't even like, I don't even look at other people's notes. Maybe there's no notes about this. I have no idea. But later on in the film, it turns out there is nobody more equipped to solve the cipher than her, because mental shenanigans have been going on in her house. Longlegs, you know, obviously spoilers, you know, if you're watching this, what the fuck are you here for? Longlegs has actually been living in her basement as when she was a child. And her mom has been like fucking helping with these murders by bringing these Longlegs possession dolls to these families that are like fucking devil beacons that make the dad either kill their family or become like a new spreader of dolls that are like possession things. And it usually starts with like an in of like, oh hi, like I'm from this place and I'm gonna give you these pamphlets or some shit or whatever. So, you know, we see this kind of murder thing happen over and over again, where a dad loses his mind and kills his whole family. And it happens on in certain dates that create like a pyramid, but then there's a few dates missing, and then those dates are the dates where she should have died, the main character. And we get later on, we find out, oh, the reason that she wasn't in there is because her mom chose something different. Her mom chose to become like a patsy, like a supporting character to Longlegs / the devil. And so rather than killing the whole family, well, now mom is bringing over possession dolls that are fucking devil beacons that are making dads kill their whole family or whatever the fuck's going on. I don't know. I mean, I do know. It's been a while since I watched the movie, so I don't exactly remember. But that's not important. Because what's important is how cool the movie is, how cool the investigation is, how fun all those things are, and how intense and serious the movie takes itself. The movie is very kind of like close. We're always close to a character. Like the camera is never like really far from a character. Like, and we see things without explanation, and you're supposed to understand what was going on. Like Longlegs is kind of trying to like get out of Dodge after he kind of gets discovered, and then he just basically kind of says some stuff that like it's too late. The devil is real, and the devil is here, and when I kill myself, the devil will be free. And then he just bangs his head on the table and dies. And then there's this weird kind of moment at the end where the FBI agent's mom she kills another FBI agent, and then she like shoots the doll, and then we see smoke come out of the FBI agent. So I assume like to a degree she was under some kind of like soft possession / like don't remember the devil, don't remember the crazy shit that went on in your house as a child, because she doesn't really remember any of that stuff. And then that kind of like frees her. The only question is, I don't know how I think mom shot the doll or whatever the fuck happened. It was a little weird. But anyway, we get the cool climax scene at the end of the film where we show up, and guess whose house we're bringing this doll to? because we need a new family. We need new everything. We're bringing it to the FBI senior guy who put the FBI girl in charge. And oh no, what are we gonna do here? Well, it's too late because he's already like fucking killing people. But they make some kind of gamble where it's like FBI agent and the daughter leave, mom, everyone else fucking dead, and it's kind of under the presumption that the FBI agent is maybe gonna kind of continue the work, because like it's something weird going on, or maybe the FBI agent is backed by God. That's kind of a theory I have, because in the world the devil is real, right? The devil is actually real in this movie. So if the devil is real, why can't God be real in the movie, right? And so like, who is putting the FBI agent on this case? Like, it just seems like somebody has their hand on the scale to make these things happen, because otherwise it is a little ridiculous, right? So I mean, if you have a movie with negative elements that are religious in nature, well, you can't just have like, okay, we're just gonna have this guy, he's over here, you know, like, I don't know. It just seems kind of silly. But I love this movie, and now I'm gonna read a few 1-star reviews, I think, because I think that'll be funny. I don't know why Google has the most 1-star reviews. That's very interesting to me. Let's go filter by 1 star. Let's see here. The casting was decent. The script was terrible. The transgender woman was just screaming stuff that didn't really relate. I was actually, I think he's talking about Longlegs, mentally ill transgender woman. What the fuck? Are you talking about the character that Nicolas Cage played, and you're calling her the transgender woman? That's your 1,334 people found this review helpful. Okay, don't read reviews on Google reviews, because the people are the dumbest humans ever. Like, what the fuck? It's just, how do these people who write these 1-star reviews, they're writing like whole dissertations, but like they're incoherent as shit, and they're just stating their opinions as fact. That's the problem with like bad reviews, is that people just state opinions as fact, and they don't understand like, oh, I need to like give a reason why my opinion is justified or validated. Like, I'm talking about the sound design, I'm talking about the visuals that go on in the film. Those validate my opinion that the film is good. When you just say, oh, it's boring, that's just your opinion. You need to validate that. How was it boring? Did you not like the parts of the movie where it didn't fully explain itself and instead was showing you something, and you were supposed to be understanding through your own cognition, but your own cognition is too stupid because the movie didn't tell it to you? Like, I genuinely don't know. But I thought this movie was great. And I don't buy into hype. I don't buy any other of that shit. But yeah, whatever. So, yeah. If this is a 1 out of 10 to you, wow, what is your 10 out of 10? If your bar is this high, and that this is a 1 out of 10, what the fuck is a 10 out of 10? I'm genuinely shocked. Please, if you hated this movie, please tell me, what is your 10 out of 10 movie? I have to know, because holy fuck, this is not a 1 out of 10. This is genuinely insane. Even this featured review here says it's a 6 out of 10. What the fuck are you smoking? 6 out of 10? What is your 10 out of 10? Please tell me. Please show me your 10 out of 10 movie. Please. Not the one that you made. Just your opinion of what is a 10 out of 10 movie, so I can understand how fucking stupid you are, because clearly you are cognitively gone. God. Why is he reviewing it as a Nicolas Cage movie? Fuck this guy. Fuck you too if you gave the movie a 1 star. Fuck you. I hate you personally. Goodbye.